Let's take a look at what is happening with the markets, and we start off with the local bourse. We have had the JSE kind of undecided today. I did start off the session on a weaker footing, but it did eke out gains throughout the session. As we are seeing the all share, they're ending off with a gain of more than 0.25%. That coming from the Resources 10 complex there that has surged to almost 1.5%. Of course, quite interesting there that we did see the platinum stocks and the gold stocks actually surging, but Impala being the exception over there, as it did have its shares sinking. Looking at the indexes that are in the red, the financial 15 declining 0.04%, and the industrial 25, they're carrying most of those losses, down almost 0.1%. Let's take a look at what is happening on Wall Street, and on that front, seeming that markets are waiting for a number of catalysts, including comments coming out of Fed officials, including from Jerome Powell on Friday. So he will be making a public appearance there, and that will be the day after we get the PCE inflation print. Of course, that is the Fed's measure of inflation, or preferred measure of inflation, that print coming out for October. Quite a mixed picture that we are seeing over there, with the Dow being the only one in the green with a gain of almost 0.1%. Tech-heavy Nasdaq carrying the bulk of the losses that we are seeing over there, slumping 0.14%, and the S&P 500 declining 0.08%. Let's check in on what is happening with the markets across the Atlantic. Of course, that strong November momentum there slowing down as well in those European markets. We have a sea of red over there. 4100 declining almost 0.1%. The CAC 40 down almost 0.5%, and the DAX there with a loss of 0.1%. Let's take a look at the currency scene and start off with how the rand is doing against some of the major currencies. Some slight weakness there on the rand against these other major currencies. Against the dollar standing at 18 rand 70, against the pound at 23 rand 68, and against the euro at 20 rand 51 cents. Let's check in on how the other currency pairs are doing, starting off with the euro dollar at 1.09, pound dollar at 1.26, and the yen just over 148 against the US dollar.